Welcome back to Average is Average. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Sam Spears, and we are going to have a great 30 minutes today. These car sounds outside are really bad, and I'm not a fan. Yeah. Yet another week, yet another video. I posted the, is this podcast going to be about my other videos the entire time? No, I don't think so. I wrote down a few notes on my computer over here. So, yeah. I used to pogo stick a lot when I was in like 2nd to like 4th grade. I had one and I was an animal at it. I was incredible. I could pogo stick with no hands. I could do it freehand, boing, boing, boing. And I miss it, and that's all I really wanted to talk about. I miss pogo sticking. And I remember like gaining weight and like being too big for the pogo stick. And like being too big for a pogo stick is like so funny because like, you know, it bounces up and down, but like when you're too big, you jump on it and it just goes down and it just stays down. And it doesn't go up like you want it to. So yeah, I just thought that was a little bit funny, and yeah. Whatchamacallit? Spent this morning at a coffee shop trying to edit my video, and it got me thinking about like spending money and trying to achieve goals. Like, me and my girlfriend had a conversation, and I was telling her like, I will not spend more than $25 on a pair of sunglasses, maybe even $20, because I lose them and I break them, and why would I spend, you know, 120 or why would I spend like $200 on a pair of Ray-Bans? And she was like, because she has these like Gucci sunglasses that are like, you know, $500. I don't know if any of this is gonna be usable because of these cars, but she said that she has these Gucci sunglasses. Let me start over. She's got a pair of Gucci sunglasses worth probably $500, and she's like, because they're worth so much money, I take care of them better. And it got me thinking, like, if I put in money to I put in money to things, you know, to make myself care about them. Like, for this YouTube channel, I bought a hard drive for like $150. Half to, you know, for function to store it, but also, you know, halfway sort of to motivate me to keep making videos and keep going because I had put some money into this. And I just went to the store and I bought an energy drink because I'm going to go work out after this. And I feel like if I spent $3 on an energy drink, maybe I'll have a great workout. Because I put in money, so I'm going to try harder because I, you know, spent some of my hard-earned money on this energy drink, so why waste it on a shitty workout when I could push myself to the, you know, fullest ability? And I'm just wondering, like, how can I get as motivated as I am when I spend money without spending money because I want to save money, you know? Like, taking care of those $20 sunglasses like they're $500, or, you know, I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. Another reason why I'm going to be productive and work out today is because I keep fucking with my hair. Do I look handsome? Am I handsome yet for you? Am I a little handsome boy? Another reason why I'm going to go work out today and shit is because, like, I want to impress you guys. I want to be fucking cool for this podcast. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm going to sit on my ass and do nothing for the rest of my day. If I'm going to talk about it on a podcast, I'm going to, you know, pretend like I'm a fucking high-value human and do lots of cool shit, even though I really don't in my day-to-day. But now I am, because of you guys, so thank you. Sorry, this is just so blatantly unprofessional, me, like, reading these fucking notes. I almost got into a car crash. I was walking back to work on my, I was on my lunch break or whatever, and I'm walking back to work, and some guy pulls into the road, and I'm, crossing the street, and he is in this little teeny fucking convertible, and he's driving so fast, and he almost hits me, and he hits his brakes, almost hits me, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm glad I didn't get hit, and I'm trying to be merciful. I'm like, it's okay, whatever. He honks his horn at me, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm never the guy to get, road rage and like, I don't think I'm an angry guy, but something in me snapped, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I like, made myself all big, and I was like, fuck you, and he was like, fuck you back or whatever, and he, drove away, and he actually pulled into the same apartment complex that I'm in, so, I know where he lives, but like, I'm not going to do anything because I'm a little baby, but I don't know, that evoked some like primal male anger in me that I haven't had in ever. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I feel like a fucking caveman. Awesome. I'm gonna get into a fight, develop hair on my chest, eat some raw liver, just fucking work out, and be a fucking man. I've been called feminine by like my girlfriend and my coworkers and my father. My father doesn't rock with this podcast. He says that I need another person on. He doesn't think that people should be listening to me because I'm just one guy, and it's like, this is almost like a cultish thing. Like, who's gonna listen to one guy speak? That's like fucking weird and religious, but I'm gonna keep doing it because I love it. So whatever, Dad. I love you though. I heard an old lady. So I was getting this energy drink. Actually, sorry. Let me retract that. So we were talking about car, the guy almost hit me with his car. I've been in a car crash before, single car crash, and I'll tell you the story about it, little story time. So I used to be on a basketball team, like an AAU basketball team, and it was a lot of fun, and I had a pretty progressive coach, and he would do interesting, cool things, like make us do yoga, real Phil Jackson type shit, and for all my, basketball lovers out there know what that means. Just, different things to try to, put us over the edge of our competition. Edge us? You tried to edge us. No. Sorry. You try to do little things like that to try to, give us the edge in competition is what I'm trying to say. Not edge us. Sorry. And we would do yoga, and one time we went to this thing called Fire and Ice, and it was at like an art park or some shit, and it was really, really cool. And what it was ultimately was like, we would get into this ice bath, and it wasn't like a usual ice bath. The guy filled the tub up with ice all the way to the top, and then put water in. So this water was colder than any ice bath you've seen Joe Rogan do or whatever. This is like insanely cold because it's all ice. And I felt like it's just because ice, it's just little rocks. So I'm just in a bath with a bunch of little rocks that are sharp and are poking at me, and it's also like 33 degrees, and I'm just cold out of my mind. But you stay in that for, 6 minutes, and then you get out and get into the sauna that's way hotter than regulations allow because it's not in the business. So it's like, I don't know, 140, I don't know how hot it was, but it was hot. And you get into the sauna for 5 minutes, and you go back to the ice bath for 5 minutes, and go back and forth, whatever. And I felt like I was walking on water. It was awesome. But before that, the guy, I think his name was like Jobin or like Tobin or something like that. Just a different name, but he was a cool motherfucker. And he would give us he gave us this breathing exercise for us to do to calm down or whatever. Or like, if we're in the middle of a big game, sorry, I keep itching my nose. If we're in like a big game or whatever, just to calm down, or if we're in the ice bath, to, control our breathing. But it was basically like breathe out a little bit and breathe in a lot. So, and just kind of, I don't know the word, saturating your lungs with oxygen. I don't know if that's the word, but like lots of fucking oxygen to the domeski. And it kind of makes you lightheaded a little bit. And it felt fucking great. It felt like almost like you were high. you know, and I think it was like a Wim Hof breathing technique or whatever, but I was basically, and I'm 17 at the time, and I'm, you know, this is a couple weeks ago, and now I'm driving to some basketball training, and I'm, you know, getting ready, getting pumped up, listening to some tunes in my mom's minivan, driving to, you know, get trained basketball, because I was taking it serious at the time. I was like, you know, we're going to do some training, get some work in, whatever. I start breathing like that, trying to, you know, work myself up. I get lightheaded, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I hit this fucking sharp turn, and I'm going way too fast. I'm lightheaded. I'm going too fast. And I don't speed. I think I was going too fast because I was lightheaded. I don't know. I crashed a fucking car into a hill because of this Wim Hof technique. And, yeah, I didn't go to the basketball training that day. I got in a whole lot of trouble with my family. I had to quit my job that I had to drive to. So I started working at Starbucks. But yeah, that's how I crashed my mom's minivan, because I was doing a Wim Hof breathing technique. That was insane. Yeah, high school was weird for me. Let's see how long I've been recording for. 11 minutes. I still have 20 minutes left. I've talked about most of the things that I wanted to talk about. One thing I'm thinking about is, like, I've started, like, a new YouTube channel, and I forgot what it is. I forgot what it's exactly called, but it's like, how do I look? Do I look, you know, should I? Whatever. I don't give a shit. I've, thought about name marketability. That's not exactly what it's called, but, like, what happens when you type something into Google. Like search engine functionality or something. And it's shitty for me because I'm not going to name my channel something else. Like, I want it to be my name. I want it to be marketable. And whatchamacallit, when you type in Sam Spears, fucking Britney Spears used to date this guy named Sam. So that's all that pops up is like Britney Spears and Sam whatever. And it's shitty and it's annoying and I'm upset about it. Whatever. I started reading more Batman comic books. I'm up in this series called Absolute Batman, and it's so good, and I love it. I've never been into comic books, like real comic books. I've gotten like the standalone issues that are like thick, and it's like a book, and you read it, and you're done with it. Now I have the little thin ones because I'm always starting. You know what? If this podcast is good for one thing, it's to try to make me stand up straight while I talk. Sorry. No, stand up straight. It's like I have a training bra on. Hi, friends. Sorry. I just went back to fucking slouching. This is unreal. I never was into like real comic books because they're so thin and they're great, but once you finish that, it's always there's something next in the issue. Like there's a next issue, and I would never be able to procure it. It was always like you're in the middle of a story, and there's shit that happened before that you don't know, and there's shit that's going to happen after that you will never know, and it's just like, it hurt me so bad. So I would never read them, because they were just frustration. I'm slouching again. What the fuck ever, I'm just going to slouch. But, you know, starting in the middle of a story, that pissed me off. But this series called Absolute Batman just started, and I followed it since issue number 1, and I'm able to actually, you know, keep track of it and buy a copy of the comic book every month when it comes out, and it's $5, so like it's awesome. $5 a book, get a little bit of content, wait for next month. It's just perfect. Being into comic books is so awesome. Not when you're late, not when you're early, but like when it's happening, and it's awesome. Got my clothes in the washing machine right now. Waiting for those to get done. Gonna pop them in the dryer. I'm gonna go chug this energy drink. And I'm gonna go work out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do another full body workout because for some reason, I can only get to the gym once a week. And it so happens to be the day that I'm recording this podcast. That's the only day I can somehow get to the gym. So do with that information what you will. Whatever. I'm going to do something, and I'm going to be productive. I'm probably going to, probably a full body workout, considering I can only get into the gym one day a week. I don't know if I already said this or not, but there was some I was buying the energy drink in the convenience store or whatever, and there was these two old ladies talking, and I was like, "How are you ladies doing today?" And one of them was like, "Today it's sensational outside." And when she said that, I couldn't help but think about, Future in that clip, sensational or whatever. And I realized that, Jesus Christ, I'm so chronically online, number one. But number two, sensational, such a great adjective to describe something. That's awesome. I'm going to start describing things as sensational way more, because that's just so sensational. Sorry. That's just such a stupid thing to talk about. Jesus H. Christ. Tennis. I started playing tennis because it's been so sensational outside. I played a lot this past summer, and I need lessons. And I was playing last night with this kid named Diego. He's one of my tennis buddies, and he's been playing for probably 2.5 years. I've been playing for 6 months, give or take. And I'm good, dude. My mechanics are awful, but I can put a spin on the ball so vicious that it bounces a completely different way than he expects. So I get a bunch of cheeky points, but he beats me every time because those are very unreliable. And I want to get good at just putting the ball back in play, and my skills are very, very low. And anyways, we play a lot, and I'm not good, and my mechanics are choppy, and I have an incredible serve 10% of the time. My first serve is always 100% power as best as I can, and it goes in 10% of the time, in play. And that's an ace almost every single time it goes in play. And then it hits into the net 90% of the time, or goes way over 90% of the time. And then my second serve is just an underhand because I've lost so many games double faulting, and I'm not going to do that again. But anyways, I need lessons, and I saw these two motherfuckers practicing. This one guy just feeding the other guy balls, telling him what to do, telling him what not to do, and I'm trying to be more social, so I go up to him after we're done playing. I'm like, "Hey man, are you giving lessons?" And he's like, No, not really. Whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, gotcha." And he's like, "Why? What's up?" And I'm like, "Well, I was just looking for lessons." And he's like, "Oh yeah, he's just, hitting balls, and I'm kind of telling him what to do." And, he brought his own ball port, and, I don't have one. And I was like, "I have a ball port. I have 100 balls that we can hit." He's like, "Okay, well, I'm an amateur. I'm not really," I'm like, "Are you a coach?" And he's like, "I'm an amateur." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let me get your number, and we'll talk about, something happening, because, even though you're an amateur, you've still got the correct mechanics, and I don't, and I could benefit from that." And I texted him, and I was like, "Hey, this is Sam from the tennis course. I'm the amateur tennis player." He's also an amateur. He's not a coach. Keep that in mind. And he was like, "Hi, Sam. Thanks for reaching out. Yeah, my rate is $50 an hour." Hey, man. You just told me you were an amateur and you weren't a coach. You're charging me $50 an hour. Dude, that's so much money. And I don't know. I ghosted him, because this happened yesterday, so I didn't ghost him quite yet, but I just haven't responded, and I don't know if I'm gonna, but I know real tennis lessons can be expensive, but $50 for someone who considers himself an amateur. I was thinking I'd slip him a 20, and he coach me until we're both tired, and that would be that. But $50 an hour, I guess, is the rate for amateur tennis players. I don't know. I'm not mad at him. He's trying to get a bag, and if I had more money, I'd probably do it, but I'm not in the position at the moment to be giving someone $50 for 1 hour. That's crazy for me, at least right now. Oh, man. I got work tomorrow. This is so stupid. Sorry. I feel like it's been a pretty good episode so far, huh? Let's see how much time we've got left. We got 10 minutes left. Let's just have some fun. I am trying to get better at saving money. This is a topic we talked about last podcast. But yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get better at saving money. And I talked about this last episode too, but more and more often, every time I go to the grocery store and spend $20, $30, $40, that $10 Chipotle burrito calls its name to me in my ear. It like beckons me every time I'm at the fucking grocery store. It's like, Sam, you could be spending $25 on ingredients for 2 meals, or you could be getting a Chipotle burrito that's delicious, hot, prepared for you. You don't have to do any work. And it's $10 and it will fill your ass up. It'll fill your ass up for the entire day if you eat one of these. Come and get a bite. Come here, get a bite. I want it. It's good. And to me, it's just, I feel like the most financially responsible thing I can do. I keep going to the goddamn grocery store, and if I'm not eating beans and rice and spending $4, it's going to be $25 on ingredients and bullshit. I don't know. I'm just happy that I'm not eating out as much, but literally $6 at Taco Bell can fill me up. $10 at Chipotle can fill me up. I have been fantasizing about Taco Bell for days now, and I think I'm going to, capitalize on my fantasies of Taco Bell tonight. Proud of myself for using that word and trying to develop a more profound vocabulary. Yeah, I just said a bunch of big words. I don't even give a shit. It's like not even a big deal to me. Man. Anyways. Katie, I know you're watching. How are you? How's life? I have this Keith Haring poster in my room that we got when I was in Richmond. And you were telling me about there's a Basquiat. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Jean-Michel Basquiat. Jean-Michel Basquiat. I don't know. But there's a painting in Richmond or BC or somewhere. And you said you wanted to go. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'd like to. But if there's only one painting, it's 2.5 hours of driving if it's in DC. And if it's one painting, 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back to look at one painting for 15 minutes tops. Yeah, I think we should do it. Whatever. Who cares? I'm filming a new video. I'm going to talk about the video that I filmed. Remember last episode? I wonder how many of you guys watched it all the way through. But basically, one of the things I said was, I don't care about views and shit. Like, I'm going to fall in love with the process. And I have. I've fallen in love with filming and editing and brainstorming. And, like, I get excited over that bullshit. The process excites me. And I'm looking forward to falling in love with the process more. That being said, my last video got like 20 views and I was hurt. Which is fucking frustrating that I'm hurt over it. It doesn't matter how many views I get. Because I had fun filming that video. And I had fun editing it. In my opinion, the footage that I got was awful and atrocious. But I edited the shit out of it for days and days and days. I think I spent a longer time editing this video than the Celeste video. And I had the Celeste video was like 20 minutes and this mukbang video was 4. And I spent a longer time editing the 4-minute one just because the footage was so horrendous that I tried to make it pleasurable for the viewer. And it was. I thought it was a great video. But only 20 views for that hurt. And I'm trying to back away from that and, really not care about the result, the end of the journey, the goal. I'm trying not to worry about that. I'm trying to worry about the journey itself. And I guess I can use that into my day-to-day life, like not worrying about being successful, but worrying about day-to-day goals. David Goggins, Andrew Huberman, fucking morning routine, cold plunge, fucking AG1. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Whatever. I'm gonna keep being me. Holy fucking shit. The internet is so saturated with these fucking morning routine videos. I'm gonna make I think that's an idea. I keep itching my nose. Is it a tick? Is it a nervous tick? Is it... These morning routine videos, like David Goggins and shit, it's just like, how sustainable is that, dude? What I'm doing right now, making 2 videos a week, one of them being an easy podcast 30-minute video, and then another being like a gaming video or like a vlog, that's sustainable. Waking up at 4 in the morning, fucking doing semen retention, fucking like cold plunge, doing a 45-minute run every morning. Like I can't do, well, maybe I can. You know, maybe that's my first mistake, is saying that I can't do it. Maybe I can do it. The semen retention and cold plunge 45-minute run. Maybe I can. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I'm having a good time doing what I'm doing right now. And I think this goal of 2 videos a week and what I've got going on is just at that level of pushing myself, but not to the point of being too high of a goal and then failing, and then me failing motivates me even less to work. Because that's happened to me so many times where I'd set a goal so astronomically high, fail to reach it, and then kick myself for not reaching the goal. And kicking myself does nothing but make me not want to do it anymore. So I think this is like the Goldilocks for me, at least right now. 2 videos, can comfortably do it, have a little bit of wiggle room to goof off and be lazy like I am, like I know I am. I'm just proud of myself because I think I learned myself a lot in this past. I really figured out who I am in this past year. But I think I have, to the point where these goals I'm setting for myself are not unrealistic, and I can do it without fucking up. I don't know. I don't know if this podcast is just going to be about my videos, but it's like, whatever. Got about 2 minutes left. My hair is looking pretty shitty. I don't know. I got a Casio watch. It's Walmart. $10. Buy one. Hashtag not a sponsor. I've been watching a lot of Rhett and Link here lately with my girlfriend. I love Rhett and Link. And I think they're just such a... I don't know. I've been consuming their content for probably 10 years. And they are so... Like, they're the ultimate goal, I think, of, like, where I would love... That's, like, the dream, is to be Rhett and Link. They have their own company. They film video... Like, their videos are so fun. And it's just a dude and his best friend hanging out, having a great time. And they've made songs, they've made merch, they go on fucking tour, they do a bunch of different shit. They just bought Hot Ones, you know? Like, they're like the media mogul. Like, they're like, I don't know, everything I think of when I think of, like, successful YouTuber, I think of them. Like, I think, like, you know, the slightly more, not underground, but, like, you know, like the Slushy Noobs and stuff. Like, they're great. But, like, I think Good Mythical Morning and Rhett and Link, the way they've leveled up, like, and this is, like, so not profound, so stupid, everybody knows this, but, like, their success and the way they've, you know, risen up is, I think, like, the perfect ascent, I don't know if that's a word, because they're still fun and exciting and authentic and real, and, you know, they're millionaires, both of them, but, like, you can still relate to them because they're still funny and authentic, and I don't know. I think they are the perfect YouTubers. And what I was saying about their ascent, like, the way they've grown and the decisions they've made, I feel like they've made every single decision they've made has been right. Because you see so many people that start to grow and they get big and then they fuck up and do something that fucks people up. Like David Dobrik, you know, he fucked up obviously. And Emma Chamberlain, she got, you know, weird, and I don't know. I just think Rhett and Link did it perfectly. I'm just gonna suck Rhett and Link's dick for 45 minutes. Is that what this podcast has become? Sorry. Yeah. With that being said, I think I'm gonna end it here. It's been a pleasure. You guys are great. Thank you for watching thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. You know what time it is. Sorry, I just watched Rhett and Link videos last night, so it's stuck in my head. Yeah, I'm gonna go work out, and I might eat a Chipotle burrito afterwards and finish my laundry and edit and be productive for the sake of looking cool for you guys next week. Alrighty, I will see you guys in the next video. Keep it real, and peace out. Bye.